Mm.
Hello everyone. Today we will be solving question 1 of paper 4-2, February-March 2025. Let's have a look. The first question asks us to use only numbers to answer the questions. In the first part, they are asking percentage of oxygen in clean dry air. So dear children, we should know that we have majorly oxygen, nitrogen and other gases in the atmosphere, where nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21% and other gases are 1%. So they are asking the percentage of oxygen, so it's going to be 21%. In the second part, they are asking typical operating temperature in degrees Celsius used in Haber process. Now, Haber process is a process of formation of ammonia, and this is studied in Unit 7, which is chemical reactions, and that talks about equilibrium. So when we talk about Haber process and the formation of ammonia using N2 and H2 gas, the conditions that we require for this is 450 degrees Celsius. And just for you to know, the temperature used is 200 atms. So we should know these two conditions. And apart from that, we should also know that the catalyst used is powdered iron in this case. So for part C, they're asking number of atoms in diatomic molecule. Now this is one of the most simplest questions because this term is itself telling us that it is made up of two atoms, because they're saying we are talking about a molecule that's diatomic. The word di means two and atomic represents an atom. So it means two atoms are combined together to form this molecule. For example, O2 is diatomic, N2 is diatomic because they have two atoms combined together to form the molecule. For the part D, they're asking maximum number of electrons that can be there in the second electronic shell of an atom. So they're asking how many maximum electrons can be there in the second electron shell. Now we have a small formula for this. That's 2n squared, which tells us the maximum number of electrons that can be there in a shell, where n is nothing but shell number. So applying this formula, let's put the value of n as 2 because they are talking about the second electronic shell. So for the second shell, we get the answer as 8. So 8 is the maximum number of electrons that can be there in the second electronic shell of any atom. Any atom, yes. And this formula can be applied for any atom too. For part E, they are saying number of hydrogen atoms that are there in alkane with 7 carbon atoms. Now for this, we need to know the general formula of alkane family, which is CnH2n plus 2. That's the general formula of alkane family. Now, N represents the number of carbon atoms. So we have 7 carbon atoms as given in the question. So we put it here. Now let's put the value of N as 7 and find out how many hydrogen atoms are there. So this is C7H. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 2 16. Please make sure that we multiply first and then add. So it means it has 16 hydrogens if it's an alkane with 7 carbon atoms. For part F, they're asking the number of particles in 1 mole, and it should be written in standard form. Now, standard form is something like this: a number multiplied by 10 raised to the power something. So we all know that 1 mole is nothing but 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. And hence, this is the answer. So if we will give all these answers properly, we'll get total 6 marks for this question. I hope you have understood this. Thank you very much.